So, welcome guys and girls back to Bless Unleashed. It's been long. It's been quite a few days. I haven't uploaded anything. I was supposed to upload a Starseed guide, but I haven't done that yet. So today I'm going to do that. Exactly. But the reason I wasn't doing that, or I couldn't have been able to do that, was because of the new world. As you know, the new world launched, and everybody had quite a lot of expectations from it, and certainly it, yeah. So you already know, if some of you have bought it, you might know what that means and what have the new world done to everybody. But nonetheless, there was a maintenance, and there was quite a lot of issues in the start. There was a huge launch, and suddenly millions of people started playing the game set in minutes. So everybody had to wait for hours in the queue to get into the official game, which normally does not happen. So yeah, I can't say anything, but certainly I did get in. I played for a few hours in one server, but then I came to know my friends couldn't join, so they decided to go to some other server, so I had to follow them. Then I went to that server and I played there too. Now I'm going to plan to make some guides on that, and certainly have some gameplay for that from that game, because Bless Unleashed, all in all, is fun. Bless Unleashed has great UI, Bless Unleashed has great content. The PvE of Bless Unleashed is certainly 1,000 times better than New World. But the thing is, there is no PvP. Yes, I know. I have told you about this a long time ago, a lot of times, but thing is, I just played New World, and now I'm coming back to Unleashed for a day. And now I have seen everything from my own perspective, from my own eyes, so I have to give a little bit of feedback. I'll be coming back to Bless Unleashed from day to day to play dungeons, put dungeon guides. If there's something new, I will put it. I will try to craft an ancient if I am able to, regardless of how it will turn out to be. Anyways, let's talk about Starseed. The latest things come left at some other time. So the first, before you start farming Starseed, there are a couple of things you have to do. You can start it from the get-go. There are certain things that you should start doing as soon as you start your account or the game, but there are a couple of things that you cannot do that, especially things like estate. You can't do it in the start of the game. Victory tokens, you just don't have that victory token merchant everywhere, so you have to reach there and then you will be able to do that. So today I'm going to talk about 9 major ways for making Starseed abundantly, like a bunch of them, and I'm gonna talk about one secret way. I'm going to tell you one secret. I don't want to, but I have to. So I'm gonna tell you one secret way of making Starseed. So let's start with the first thing, gathering. So before we do that, let me jump down this. Oh no, not this. And yeah, this is a secret place, and maybe some of you know it, but most of you guys don't know it, so keep on watching if you want to know it. Okay, that was a delayed annihilation. Okay, let me make my way up here. So let's see. Gathering, I have already covered it in some other video too, but I'm going to talk about it again. When you gather, you can gather a lot of stuff in the open world. There are different spots for gathering different stuff. So you can go to a tree or any other thing which would look like, let me make my way up to a resource spot. Anything, that is gatherable. Okay, I can't even find a plant together. Well, okay, there you go. So when you're gathering stuff, everything that you can gather will pop up in your mini map. It won't show up in your main map, of course. Then it would be just way too OP. But as you can see, there's a little plant here. As you can see, it says a gathering option. I will sit down, and I was supposed to gather, but then the ping decides that nope, you can't do that. I think that is what's happening. Yeah, it's just my ping. Never mind. But you go to a resource, you click F on it, and you gather it. Other than this plant types, there are trees that you can gather, and then there are ores. These are the three main types that you are able to gather other than the corrupted ores. So these three types are going to pop up everywhere. Now there are different types of plants, there are different types of woods, and then there are different types of ores depending on which region are you in. And then you're going to gather all of this material, and then eventually you are going to sell it on the market. So market is going to be the major way you're going to make Starseed, because that's the place where you're going to sell everything, and that's the place where you're going to buy everything too. So let me make my way back up because my work is done there. So you're going to gather everything, and then you're going to sell it on the market. Now the best way to gather is, of course, I have talked about before, not that page, it's about here. So there are certain should do this. Okay, so there are certain piece of equipment that help increases your logging, gathering, and mining speed. For example, I have an address with 7.7 mining speed. I don't have let me see, I think I have a C. I have an 8.3 here, and then I think I have, yes, I have 9.3 here, and I don't suppose I have anything here. Yeah, so these are the three major pieces that I have. However, there are other equipment like chest, legs, and shoes that also have those stuff. Once you found them, you have to keep them, because when you for me, I get a free 30% increase in my speed when I'm gathering, mining, or logging. So that comes up huge. Other than that, you have consumables that can help you speed up your mining speed. For example, this one gives me 15% speed. This is probably the best one you will be able to find. Sometimes you can find it on this Soulfire, anywhere where majority of the people come, they just share it here, because you cannot eat it directly in from your inventory. You have to share here. For example, I'm going to share this here, press escape, and then you press escape, and then you have it. But for the next 3 minutes, you cannot consume anything else. So if you die or anything, the effect of this buff will be gone, and you won't be able to get anything for the next until the timer goes off. Now, other than the eating stuff, you also have boosters. For example, I would have something. Okay, I do have them here. So here you go. As you can see, event logging, this is one type of booster, and then there's this. Now this booster will help you to gain a chance of getting an extra item for 1 hour, which is huge when you're actually going in a wild, and instead of one thing getting one lumina or any plant, you getting 5 or 6. That is huge. And then also I have talked about traits, and you have certain traits that helps you gather once you level them up. There's also one that is actually huge. You can gather while on your host. Yes, it is expensive, but it is well worth it if you're there. Now let's talk about the next thing, which is exchange. So as you know, the game has this exchange system where you can go, and every day you can exchange a certain amount of gold for your Starseed. So you can do this every day and you will be able to get a bunch. Now there's also boosters which you can actually buy on the market or in the real store through real money, which is these boosters. For example, I have basic Starseed boosters, and then there are advanced Starseed boosters which does it for the 45 times. Now the good thing is advanced Starseed booster and basic Starseed booster of any kind stacks up, so you have a 60% chance to actually you have 60% increase in the exchange when you're doing it here. So you're getting more Starseed for less amount of gold in one day. You can make up to 80,000 when you're doing this stuff. So this is all the exchange you can do. Now another thing is, as you know, pleasantly you can make different characters and then you can share a lot of stuff through warehouse, where you have two types of storages. I have talked about this already. If you don't know, if you want to know every kind of storage that is available in a game, because storage is a big issue, you can go watch my other storage guide. Now there is an account storage where you can actually share everything on all of your accounts. It is a shared storage, so it's not a problem. Also, when you're trying to send some money from one account to another, you can just sell something on the market and then you can sell it in that way, or you can just buy straight up something that you actually need in your main account from your alt accounts. So the way you do it, you make a lot of characters, you grind them up to level 30, because that's the place when you can actually exchange 6 times per day. Then for you, all you need to do is every day you come log into the game, you you exchange all of the Starseed and then you send it to the main account. Now you can create at least 20 accounts in different characters in one account for Bless Unleashed. So now you can do it every day and you will be able to make a lot of Starseed. Although it is a lot, after 3 accounts or characters, you need to buy character selection slots either through real money or you can buy it in game, which is currently I don't think is available because everything is bought off, or maybe developers took it off the market. I'm not sure of it. I cannot be sure because I got that information from nowhere. So let's talk about the next big thing. Now this is something you can start doing as soon as you start the game, which is score farming. I have already talked about how important regional quests are. Well, there is one more important. Here you go. Every regional quest in the zone gives you a certain amount of stuff. For example, this mission is giving you this vigorous tunic. It's giving you XP. It's giving you SXP. By the way, my XP guide came out 2 days ago. You can go watch it to know how to make the best XP or how to level up the fastest way, which is also you need to do for the locked accounts. You can go watch my other video how to do that. Let's say you're getting this unwanted piece of armor, and then you're getting these I forgot about their name again. Let's just call it golden stuff. So this golden stuff this golden stuff is really valuable. First, it is something that you have to use when you're enhancing something in the enhancing shop or enhancing workbench or NPC, whatever you want to call it. You need certain amount of these. Okay, it's not showing. Again, you need certain amount of these gold stuff in order to enhance all of your equipment. Now this is one more way you can use this enhancement golden stuff, which is through limited time merchant. You can every day you can buy at least 3 of them, 3 of these boxes, which is 600 of artifact cores. Artifact cores, so 600 artifact cores every day. And then in order to make Starseed from them, you can directly sell them for repair tools. Now these precise repair tools are really important because on our server the price of each price tool, it jumps from 42,000, it stays between 40 to 50,000. So for example, you can see them over material enhancements, and then you can see it's right now it's 48,000. Previous days it was jumping all the way from 44,000 to 45,000. Right now it's 48,000. As you can see, this is the most liquid thing that you can buy from the artifact course, which will sell off pretty good. Now each of that no, the wrong menu again. Okay, limited time merchant, come on, here you go. So every day you can only buy one of them, so you have to come up every day and then you will be able to buy each, or maybe not, because okay, you can buy multiple because there's no limit. I thought you can only buy one like other stuff. Now for 5,000 50,000 Starseed, that's a huge exchange. You should be doing that every day whenever you can do it. If you want to enhance, just save some for the enhancements, and then the rest you can spend on this. Now the vigorous tunic I was talking about, the unwanted armor, you can just salvage it, and that way you can also get these Starseeds. And there are some other ways to get Starseeds. For example, in dungeons you get Starseed chests. From a state you can get Starseed chest. No, not the Starseed, the artifact chest. So that is how you get them. Now talk about dungeon drops. So I already talked about that in dungeons. I already talked about in a lot of other videos. If you press escape, you have a matchmaking menu where you can go and you can do different types of dungeons. There are dungeons, then there are time dungeons. All of them drops different stuff. All of them drops all of this stuff, which is actually illiquid in market. You can sell all of them, and if you get your hands on some of like stuff like this one is currently being sold for, okay, this is a different one, maybe it's okay, this one, yeah, this one I also have. This one currently being sold for 120,000. I bought it like 4 days ago for 5,30,000, and I have seen the prices of this thing going up to 8 lakh when everything, the prices have gone up. Right now it's everybody's getting it from time dungeon, that is why the prices are getting low. But you can wait for a few days, you can buy abundant of them right now, buy like an extra one, then wait for a few weeks or maybe only a week. When these time dungeon drops will be over, next time dungeon drops, maybe people will get less of them, and then the price will go jump up to 1 million, and that is how you can make a lot of money from dungeons. And just like that, there's a lot of other stuff that you can do. For example, I have sold a few days ago, actually to yesterday, I have sold one legendary bro, which was an S tier for 4,50,000, and even the stats were bad. Like the ruins on it were horrible, it didn't make sense, but the bow itself, it was great. It was an S tier, it had a great damage, so I sold it for 4,50,000, and it also had 7.56 skill hit rate. So whoever bought it, he didn't care about the ruins, he just said, oh yeah, I want this, and he bought it for 4,50,000, and I had that money just got today, and that is how I bought some extra necklace and rings. So when the prices go up, I will sell them. That is how you make money from dungeons. Now let's talk about one more things. As you are going to do dungeons, you will get some victory tokens. If I go here, you can see on the bottom there is warrior talent. I said victory tokens, but they are called warrior talents. Now there is a separate NPC which you can find. I only know one place right now, which is in Zankala. So if you're there, or if you know some other place where you can find this exact merchant, from that merchant you can buy cores, the upgrade stones, or you can buy some other stuff that is only available on that shop, and some other shops, I should say. Okay, I stated that the wrong way, but let's go to the thing, and then you can see. So you see, they have warrior talent merchant. If we go in there, as you can see here, now you can buy a bunch of stuff. The most liquid stuff is, of course, right now is this precise repair tool. then this upgrade stone. I think this upgrade stone would be better because right now the prices of mythic upgrade stone is almost 65,000 in our server, I think, and this one would be a bit less. And then you have these two, but I don't think these two are selling for good. If they are, if you think that is a good deal, go for them. But the best things are to buy right now for Starseed exchange is of course precise repair tool, artisan repair tool, and equipment upgrade stone, which is the mythic one. So if you have been collecting a lot of them, go buy the mythic stones and sell them on the market to make a bunch of profit. Now let's see, the next big thing is of course the market itself. There are a lot of ways you can make Starseed on market just by buying things from the market and then selling them for high prices. If you have enough time, you can stay on the market for long enough for something to get sold for cheaper. For example, for the blesses, sometimes blesses get sold for cheaper. You can buy them and then later on sell them, or you can play the long game, just like I just told you about the rings. If you have been playing for long enough, you know how the prices goes up and down, how the market stays. You can learn the market and then you can buy certain pieces of stuff that you can sell off later on when the prices goes high. Now the next thing is something you can only do on one account. So every day when you get log into the game in Ancient Altar, you have a 30 chances to get blesses. Now you pay some amount of Starseed in order to get some blessings. Now the best thing about this is each and every blessing you get is going to be a green or a higher one. Now currently in our server, the price of each green blessing is always above 1800 or 2000 at the moment. Even previously 2 weeks ago, it always has been above 1000. 1200 was the most lowest I have ever seen the green blessing to go. Now the best thing is you also have a chances to get blues, epics, and legendaries. I myself have gotten epics a lot of times. I have sold them for 64,000, 65,000. Imagine for spending just 800, or normally it's 1000. Right now there's an event going on, that's why the prices have come down. But for example, for only 800 or 1000 Starseed, I'm getting a chance to get 54,000, which is a huge deal. Now the best way to do it, every day just do it 3 times. The 10 months you will spend 30,000 and you get 30 different blessings which you can sell off on the market. So the best way to get epics and blues is opening 10, and then you have a greater chance to get at least 1 blue. Even if you get only 1 blue, you're making a shit ton of profit, at least a profit of 30,000 Starseed on top of what you have spent. Now there is also Superior Bless upgrade place where you can actually spend your Superior Blessing and then you have a greater chances to get the higher grades like legendaries and epics and blues. Even blues is a low grade, epics and higher. Now there are certain ways you can do that. For example, the Superior Blessing, normally you can only buy it through this Lumera, which you can only buy it from the real money. You can get it in game. So if you want to get saved from that, sometimes in the game through events and through daily rewards, you have the chances to get these Superior Blessing tickets which you can open up to get Superior Blessing rewards. For example, I have 7, I'm collecting until I have 10, and then I'm gonna open up a 10 one, which I will record for sure, and then I'm gonna show the results. But as you can see, you can get them mainly through attendance. I have gotten them from here. Sometimes you get blues and purples. You have a chance, you get like 3 these blue ones which can be used to open up the normal blessings. So more blessings, more things to sell. For example, today I have opened 30 of them, and from 30 of them I got 5 blues, like 5 of them I got today, and then I also got 2 of these purples from those 30. Can you imagine 2 purples and 5 blues on top of all of the greens I got. Like, it's insane. The profit I'm going to make is going to be like 500% or 600% something profit that you can get for free, or yeah, it's for free. So now this estate, if you want to know what estate is deeply, go watch my other guide about estate. But estate is a great way to make some rare resources, epic resources, which you can sell in this market here. If you have set up your estate for farming starseed, it's going to help you a lot to make a starseed easily. I won't go into the detail, but it will make the length of the video way too much, so you can go watch my other guide and then you will be able to know how to do that easily. Now about the secret ways, there's one more way that I actually forgot to mention. Every time you kill a boss, especially the main bosses, which are these, let's call them the main bosses, you get this chest, blue chest, and in that blue chest you get some soul shards. For example, if I come here, soul crystals. So at the moment I have 1755. For every boss chest you open, you get certain amount of soul crystals. So from these weekly bosses you get almost 1000 or more from every box. So if you haven't been new, it's there. Well, you have been collecting all of them, so, and it does not appear in your bag, so you don't have to worry about that. It's a currency, it just goes away into the currency place. Now in Tristeza you can see there is token redemption. Monster hunter is a different name. Every place, other place is going to be different, but token redemption NPC, when you go in here, as you can see that you can exchange different amounts of stuff for the different amounts of souls. I might have mentioned this in some previous video, but as you can see, if you go down, there's a lot of different outfits that you can get for your character. And then you also have these recipes. If you want, you can get all of them. But for making starseed, the best way is of course buying precise repair tool, which is the most liquid ones available. So just buy off as many as you can. For example, previous days I bought at least 10 of them and I made 400,000 just by buying off them, because I had 50,000 saved up. I never spent it. I just bought all of them and then I spent it in the market. It's a great way of making some extra starseed every day. So yeah, now comes the secret way, and it's a bit grindy because you have to do it a lot of times to get a lot of things, but if you do it every day, you can make a lot of starseed slowly, little by little, every day. Now the way is by going to the market and then buying Kozak or any other treasure maps. As you can see, I have put it in my favorites for a reason. One is Castle Ranger because I'm upgrading my blessing, and then the other one is the Kozak map. Now I can put any other map, but the most liquid and most profitable I found is of course the Kozak. So every day I come here, whenever the prices goes down to 100 or it's 100, I buy all of them. As you can see, you might have already seen it in my bag. I have a lot of treasure maps. As you can see, we have stack here, we have stack here, and then I spent the rest of them. So I go every day, I bought them, and then whenever I have time, I go to Karzakor. I go to the treasure map place where you get treasure map for different amounts of shards. Every place has different requirements for the map. Then the map shows up in your consumables. You open up the map from there and then it shows a place to you. For example, in Karzakor, the map location you're going to find is here in front of Order University. You can get here and then you just talk to him, say thank you, and she will give you a map. Now you press on that map, you open that map, and then it will show you some location. Now the location never changes, it's always over here, it always shows up over here, the Kozoko one. The other maps, they will have different locations, but they will also not change. This is what I have seen from playing a lot. So you come up here, this is the nearest teleporter, you make your way all the way up to over this place. The only thing you have to watch out for is that giant, so you don't accidentally get his attention. You come up here and then you mine. Okay, there you go, finally. Okay, then you investigate and then you see a box and you open it. Now the thing you see, although they're greens and there's not much value in rest of them, but the one thing you're actually looking for is the memory gem 2. Now sometimes you have a chance to get memory gem 4. Now the reason why they are important is I'm going to show you in a second from the market, because so the maximum amount of coin you can spend on a map is around 800 if you buy it for 100. If it's above 100, don't buy it, it's going to shake the profits, which is a bad thing. For spending 800 you get a map, and then you go get that memory gem, and then you get a certain gem, and on top of that you're getting some other some gear which you can salvage, and then get cores, and then exchange those cores for different stuff. Now if I go to purchase consumables, miscellaneous consumables, now you can see each memory gem is being sold. One is being sold for 1300 at the moment. I have seen it goes up to like 2000. So imagine you're spending 800 for that whole treasure map for every other stuff, and you're getting 1300 just for that one gem. So you're making a huge profit. Sometimes you have chance to get memory gem 4, which just wraps up that profit by a huge margin. Now that is only one gem. You can do that, even I can at the moment, I can do that at least 5 times with the amount of maps I have. I have only 40, so I could be able to do it like 5 times. I could wrap up those 5 gems. Maybe I get lucky, I get a memory gem 4, then I can at least make 10,000 profit on right here, just sitting right here, just going back and forth, opening those maps and doing that. Recently there was a moment when my backspace was filled up just by Kozoko treasure maps. I had like above 100. I was buying them, I wasn't opening them, so I had to go through a painful grind of just opening that map here, going back again, exchanging that map, coming back here, opening that map again, which was really grindy. But by doing just that, I made almost around 1 lakh Starseed just by selling those memory gems. In the hindsight, you can also open up those memory gems so you can get those SXP levels racked up. So yeah, this is going to be it. I know this is a long one, but it had to be. It's a major topic. Starseed is a really major topic in the blessing list. So these are all the major ways at least, that I know how to make Starseed. These are the ways that I actually use on daily basis to grind and making those getting my Starseed levels up. As you can see, I can show you the proof by, if I go to my blessing, currently you can see these are my blessing rates. Like a lot of them are upgraded to blue ones. Now blue ones are really expensive. Each of them is being sold for 20,000 and above. At least these one, Crescent Moon Ranger. And then I can show you my bag. Recently I have been working on a build that I showed you. You can see I have 31% crit rate, I have 5000 damage, I have a good amount of defenses, I even have 9000 HP. These are all the scores. I have 250,000 crit hit damage rate. That is a great build in my mind. So you can see I have Grand Priest Bow fully upgraded, and then I have Successor Quiver, which cost me I think around 200,000. This bow costed me around 300. I just bought this a super headdress for 300,000. Now this chest was just you know, substitute for what I could buy, because I wasn't able to buy the other one that I actually wanted to buy, because the prices of that one are like above 400,000, which is not possible for me at the moment to buy. This one costed me around 500,000, but it was worth it. This shoes costed me surprisingly 60,000. Some dumb guy was selling it for 60,000, but at the moment if you go and see, it's quite high. These gloves I bought for around 200,000 each, and then this glove I bought it for around 300,000, and then this vest I just got it and I have been using it ever since. It's a great one. The only problem is it does not have the ruins, but I have completed all the rest of my ruins through the other gear, so you don't have to worry about it. This single piece of shit I bought for 5,30,000, which is 120,000 right now, and yeah, what can I do? This ring I bought for like 400,000. So if you just combine these, it can make up to like 3 million, almost just the gear that I spent in the last 2 weeks. So if you also want to make that much, and I don't play as much, so if you play even more, you can do this. And I did this without going through the gathering grind, but you can also do that if you want. And some other honorable mentions are, of course, the crafting. You can go do crafting and then make Starseed through that. You can sell off those stuff. If you want to go know how crafting was, just go watch my crafting guide. I have mentioned quite a lot even in that video. The other thing is, of course, through fishing. You can do a lot of fishing, get those gear, and then get those chests, win those fishing competitions, and then you can make a lot of Starseed by selling what you get from the fishing. You can sell straight up fishes to actually make a lot of Starseed too. Let me just like the rods. So yeah, these are every way I now right at the moment of making Starseed. If there are changes to market or any other thing, I will surely make another guide. And until then, I'm going to say goodbye because my throat is hurting. It was a long video. See you in the next time.